responsibilities of an MBB, right? So let me share my screen. So please confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, sir, it is
Yes,
visible.
sir.
Great. All right. So this is about your training responsibilities, coaching responsibilities, and mentoring responsibilities. If you have to conduct training program to belts, Six Sigma belts, like how the training is happening here right now, all of you are black belts. Sometimes you may have to conduct training to non-belts, isn't it? Sometimes it is management members sitting in your classroom. Sometimes your operators sitting in your classroom. So how will you introduce the tools and the techniques? How will you make them understand? So that's about training, coaching. If they are working on a project, if they need any assistance from your side, like they are stuck somewhere, it's a kind of support during the project, support during the on the job, right? That is coaching. And finally, mentoring. How are you going to help your mentees succeed in their career subjected to the organization guidelines, right? These are the three major responsibilities you should demonstrate as a master black belt in your organization. So this session will focus on training need analysis, how to conduct training. And there are different reasons companies go for training, right? Sometimes it is upskilling the employees. Sometimes just as a refresher, a training is needed. Sometimes certain new skills have to be imparted. So training should also be strategically planned, isn't it? An adult learning theory and training material developments and training effectiveness evaluation. Tell me,
Is
all
it,
of you, what you think. What do you think? Yes, sir, you are about to ask something.
if you can increase the font size, that will be better on the
Oh,
screen. Font is too small to
no,
read.
don't worry. Don't worry. We can. Oh, in the center view. Oh, magnify. You could see, right? Training need analysis,
Yep.
the types of training, then the adult learning theory, and training material development, and the training effectiveness evaluation. What do you think, all of you? Training need analysis. If you have to perform a training need analysis, tell me how will you go about?
First, identify the gaps currently in the knowledge of the team and how we can refresh the knowledge. What sort of feedback we can also get, where and all they want to improve and create a
Small,
program.
okay, small change here. You need to look for the skill gap, right? Because the what do you call knowledge is like educatory level, session is known as the focus is on knowledge. When it comes to the training, the focus will be on skill. So you need to look for the skill gap. But when I say skill gap, how do you know what kind of skills are required?
First, create a repository of skills that are needed for someone to do their job on a day-to-day
Very
basis.
good. Very good. Excellent. What are the actual tasks involved in the job, in their job, isn't it? If you are, let's say, a process excellence manager, what kind of task you will be doing? You will be analyzing data and you will be, identifying projects. These are the tasks. So probably your skill set should be in line with your task, like project management skills, data analysis skills, and such. So in line with the task involved, as Madam rightly pointed out, we need to list down the skill set needed. And then you can try to map it. What kind of skill set required so that the annual plan annual business plan can be achieved, right? But actually what is available with our team. And so you can come to some, conclusion about the gap, and accordingly you can create a training plan. So training need analysis, it develop proficiency in identifying the performance gap and determine when training is the appropriate intervention, right? So see here, you should systematically analyze the jobs, the task, and the skills to create a targeted training, right? So we'll be talking everything about, a little in detail. It'll be a very easy to understand session. So, and we'll also go about the types of training, adult learning techniques, and all of those things. Okay. So the main difference between training and education is training is skill based. However, education is knowledge based. Tell me what exactly is the difference. If someone is educated, definitely they will be able to think better than others. Yes or no? Educated people will certainly think. But your organization needs people who could take action, according to in line with their thinking, they should also be able to act, and hence they will be able to deliver result. So, training focuses on developing specific competencies to perform current job functions more effectively. It's practical, it's hands-on, and directly applicable to immediate work responsibility. Whereas education provides a broader theoretical understanding and conceptual framework, it prepares an individual for future roles by expanding their knowledge base and analytical capabilities. So they will be able to think in terms of the current as well as the future requirement. However, the training is focusing on the present. Okay. And few more key distinctions. So training improves performance in the current job, whereas education prepares you for the prepares you for the future roles. And training can be formal and sometimes informal. Our education is structured formal system. Okay. And the training focuses on specific competencies, whereas education develops a broader understanding. Hope you could relate them, isn't it? Okay. Some examples. Change management philosophy has been taught to you, all of you, as part of the course. What do you think about that session? Is it a skill based session or a kind of knowledge based session?
So change
Skill
education,
based.
education. I mean, it's more education.
More
But-
education. We only spoke about the 8 steps involved in the change management, isn't it? But
But if we use the particular methodology to implement change like ADKAR or anything, then one could be trained on particular change management methodology.
suppose if we have planned the change management itself for, let's say for 3-4 sessions with some kind of, application or some kind of situation analysis, and then, with some action oriented activities, probably that can be considered as training. So, but the sessions with the clear focus on waste reduction methods, team building exercises, process troubleshooting, like the DMAC discussion, whatever we are doing, and statistical analysis techniques, all of these things are practical examples of training. Whereas talking about motivation principles, leadership theories, psychology related, and these are all educational. Say, for example, uh, the outcome of educatory sessions will certainly, make the people, make the leaders think in terms of the future requirement. And see here, a company or a team of leaders in an organization, they created a task force to study the future impact, maybe future impact, maybe based on the developments happening in the field of AI. So they just formed a task force, but that means still they are not very clear They just formed a committee. That means, it is a kind of outcome of an educatory session. However, the same management or a team working on a project to reduce the cycle time 15%. And you could see, a specific outcome here. All right. So this is about the difference between education and then training. And now when it comes to the training need analysis, job analysis is very important, right? A systematic training need analysis, the critical first step in developing targeted and effective training intervention. And see here the job analysis. And when it comes to the training need analysis, you could also see there are three elements. One is job analysis, then task analysis, then skill analysis. Say, for example, if you are a QC manager, and the job of a QC manager we will be writing here in 2-3 lines. And tell me if what kind of task you will expect a QC manager to perform. That you have to write here. Like he will be inspecting, isn't it, parts as per the customer requirement, and he will be doing some, taking out samples. All right, taking out samples at the appropriate interval, and then he will be plotting some graphs, control chart, and things like that. And now, accordingly, the skill sets you will be writing here. So this is what do we, this is the basis. In fact, this is the basis. In fact, for the training need analysis. Only after drilling down the job summary into skill set, right? Into a skill set, your training analysis cannot be complete. Okay. Okay. So job analysis has two portions. One is job description. The other one is job specification. You could easily see these elements in any job related advertisement, isn't it? They'll be posting about the description as a headline. And then if you read deeper, you will be able to find out this information, like the job designation, job location, job summary, to whom you will be reporting to, what will be the working conditions, and things like that will be available in your major job description. But the specific details will be made available in the specification part of it. And both collectively known as the job analysis or job summary. Okay. So, yes. And see here, when it comes to specification, we will be talking about the specific qualification, specific certifications, isn't it? And any other, personal attributes or some kind of language proficiency, and all that will appear here in the job specific. We'll take up this, with some good example. Right. For example, the thing is marketing manager. A marketing manager is responsible for the overall management of the marketing department, including marketing campaign development, the brand strategy implementation, market research oversight, and team leadership. So this is talking, at the you say higher level. And when you dive a little deeper, you see here, we actually need an MBA with specialization in marketing, and he should possess 10 plus years of progressive marketing experience, proficiency in digital marketing platform. You can even specifically mention what are those platforms, and strong analytical skills, and demonstrated the leadership abilities. Okay. So same thing I have written it for an accountant role. I hope you will also be able to write it on your own. And now let us take, a common example, right? What is your role in your family? You just, consider your role, current role in your family. And since Sakti, Manoj is, Sakti, how many kids you have?
True, sir.
You have 2 kids. So you are, your role is, you are playing the role of a responsible father. Am I right?
Right.
Okay. Now for that role, if I ask you to write a description,
Hmm.
you will be able to write a proper description in a way that the responsibilities can be delivered effectively, and ultimately your kids' requirements will get fulfilled through your role. So the role here is a father to
Mhm.
two kids. And what are the things you will write here under description? And maybe others can also participate, right? It's like though I am talking to Sakti Manoj, and others can also participate. What do you think, all of you? Your role is given,
Okay. So the
father.
skills required to fulfill this role,
Okay.
like that, sir. How, sir?
Yeah, if you could write this
Okay.
exercise very well, you
Okay.
will be able to write the job description as well as the job specification
Hmm.
to any role within your department. Yes or no? Okay. And see here for the accountant and recording financial transaction description, reconciling bank statements, ledgers, preparing monthly, quarterly, annual financial reports, ensuring compliance with the tax regulations, financial policies, assisting with budget preparation analysis, performing internal audits, identifying discrepancies. So by reading these things, what do we understand? At a higher level, we understand the responsibilities. Yes or no? Similarly, coming to your role as a father of two kids, what are your higher level responsibilities? Tell me. You need to educate them.
Yes.
Then,
Provide a safe and a happier home,
very good. Excellent.
and provide
So,
hygienic and
yeah,
nutrition.
exactly. You need to take care of their health, education,
Financial
and
responsibility, sir.
finance. You should also be, protect them with respect to, the financial aspect
Actually,
as well. These are all your major responsibilities.
Mhm.
Coming to the specifics, what are you exactly supposed to do for achieving all of these things? What will you be doing, in the running year? You have to earn money, major
Correct.
responsibility. You must have certain qualification for that. That should also, appear there. And maybe if you could also spell out, how much, uh, some range of earning range. And then you should also be, you mentioned education. So what you will be doing as a father? Financial safety. What you will be doing as a, you will teach them, the importance of savings. All those things will appear under specifications. Now let us read it for the accountant. See here, a bachelor's degree in accounting is preferred. Specialization and now finance this field, and some certification in the accounting related. 2+ years of experience, proficiency in accounting software like QuickBooks, Tally, etc. Strong analytical problem solving skill, knowledge of gap and financial.
Screen sharing is stopped.
Yes.
Screen is not shared.
Oh, really? Oh, screen sharing. Just a minute. Just a minute. Something. Okay. Should be visible, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So certain details are written for the accountant. That means, the accountant role effectively demonstrate how descriptions and specifications combine to provide a complete understanding of the position requirement. So using these documents, this is the basis for the trainer. You can identify the core competencies, recognize the knowledge requirement, determine the skill requirement and hence the gap, and you can design the targeted training. So do you understand where from a trainer gets the input? Yes. So for each and every member within your company, job description and job specification must be available. Maybe the HR department should be proactively, creating this document so that training need analysis can become an effective way. All right. Now coming to our discussion directly now, our Shakti Manoj and all of us, in fact, hold this role. The role is father. So your family is actually looking for a protector. You will be the protector of the family, isn't it?
Mm.
Not only a protector, you are also the provider and a
Provider.
yeah, provider as well as a disciplinarian. You demonstrate, the discipline and good aspects. You should be a role model. You should be a teacher and you should be a mentor. You should be someone who can earn the right to be here. Do you think the description is sounding good for the role?
Yes.
Maybe you can add on, this is little subjective topic only. We can always, add on. When it comes to the responsibilities, provide the family with the home, food, and clothing. The basic responsibilities, isn't it? Are you getting it, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can participate if the topic is, very light, and you can make it interesting. So you can support the family financially, physically, even mentally. Are you doing all of these things, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Financially, yes, of
Yep.
course, all of you will be doing it. Are you also physically supporting your family? You are
Yes,
giving
sir.
your time. You are working for other members of the family, not in the office, probably, the other work related to the home. And even mentally, you should be supporting them, isn't it? You should be, morally, you will be supporting them in all those. Yes, Achudan sir, you wanted to add something, please. You want to hear.
Yeah, sir. Sure, sir. Actually, we have to do that all, whatever that. We need to put all the effort like that.
Excellent. You should also ensure safety, supervise, and you should give appropriate guidance to all the members of the family. And you should coordinate with co-parent. In fact, you should be reporting to the co-parent and child rearing decisions. And
Future planning.
probably, yes, the future planning and all that. And see here, the specifications are also drilled down further. See here, ability to earn 2 lakhs a month. Now people need much more than that. Capacity to instill character development in your children, respect for co-parent and other family members, ability to give undivided attention and understand perspectives, consistent availability for help and support. You should always be available for them, right? You should take the calls whenever they are calling you. An effective communication that positively impacts your children, whether you are supporting them during the homework or you are preparing them for a tough competitive exam, and you should be able to talk to them in a way that it impacts positively, right? See here, teaching life lessons, engaging in play and recreation related activities, making homework and learning enjoyable, taking responsibility for the final outcome of the family, and providing consistent emotional support. All of you, do you understand your role in your
Yes, sir.
family? And you can actually, try to develop it further precisely, and so that
Yes, sir. So this
you will
area,
have a
yeah, this area also we need training, I believe, with especially with the teenage kids.
true, true. Yeah, all of us. Yeah, it's not that easy to manage kids. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, generation very difficult, sir.
100%, 100%. Yeah, they are more sensitive.
And also
Even
they
whatever
more.
we speak, it will be wrong only. So we
Yes,
have
sir.
to carefully speak.
And also more easily observing whatever right or wrong. Quickly they observing.
That is good part of it. That is good part of it, and there is also a bad part of it, right? They're not tolerant as the
Yes,
earlier
our
generations.
generation. Yes.
Very true. Okay. Now coming to switching to our subject. So what I want you to think is, the input for your training need analysis actually, evolve from the job description and job specification. If that is readily available, and you can use those documents to make your analysis very effective. Otherwise, it will be based on assumption. See, again, you need to understand, we are teaching you proactive ways of conducting training need analysis. But most of the time in organization, things, evolve reactively. Yes or no? Somebody points out, no, people lag in terms of these skills, and so we must conduct a training program. They don't know CPCPA, so let's go for a training on SPC and things like that. But actually, it must be arrived in a proactive manner. So I'm just telling you from the proactive perspective. But however, you can be very realistic. Whatever situation that exists in your environment, accordingly, you can suggest them. If such documents are not available, you obviously have to do it reactively only. But try to stay as proactive as possible, right? Okay, now coming to the training types, there are several reasons companies go for a training. Mandated training, like some safety related training, isn't it? And certain trainings are compulsory, because they are required by the law or regulation, like risk mitigation and awareness about sexual harassment and workplace safety, data protection, and some compliance related QMS related things. Yes, these are all known as mandated training. Agreed, all of you? This normally happens in every company, it happens. And recurring training. What is recurring training? It happens periodically, once 3 months, once 6 months. The same training program, if you conduct it annually once, or there are some other training program which will be happening at a periodic interval, they can be called as recurring training. Say, for example, certain certifications has to be renewed periodically once a year. And so such trainings will be happening. And new employee training, all of you are aware what we do. New employee, you have to actually, orient them towards your systems, your procedures, and your job specific skills. We obviously have to impart those things. These kind of trainings are known as new employee training. And work system training. This addresses the changes or additions to existing system, process, procedure. Imagine you make some modification in your system. And so obviously all the employees have to be invited to attend a training program so that they will effectively embrace the changes. Otherwise, what happen? Half of the people will be following the modified procedure, and still half of them will be following the old one. So this is known as work system training. And maintenance training. This actually means keeping your current knowledge updated. Whatever you already know, whatever you are already known for, just to keep your skills fresh, as well as make it permanent. This maintenance training. This is not actually the maintenance. We actually mean retaining the existing skills, right? It is often utilized for skills that are important but infrequently used, and preventing the skill dilution and improving the existing skills. Sometimes we wanted to enhance whatever skills you have. It is not just maintenance, we take it to the next level, right? It enhances the proficiency in certain capability, taking performance from adequate to excellent, right? And the last one, creating a new skill. This is something new. Whenever a new skill comes, it must map properly with your organization's annual plan as well as the strategic plan. That way you could relate your training also in line with your, what do you call, the strategic plan and the annual practical plan and then operational plan. Are you getting it? You've created a ocean planning, isn't it? And the ocean planning, whatever your annual goals and strategic goals and everything is available, in line, you should be able to map your training related projects as well with the strategic plan, right? So you develop entirely new capabilities identified in strategic and human resource planning. That means the HR manager should definitely have, do the mapping of all his HR related projects with respect to the strategic plan of the organization. So it is critical for organizational transformation and adaptation to changing business environment. Are you clear, all of you, with all the types of training program? Whatever is the reason, whatsoever be the reason, you should be able to do a proper analysis and then make your training program delivered very effectively, and also ensure you do the effectiveness study effectively. Okay, you proceed.
Yeah, okay, sir.
All right. Understanding situations where training cannot be a solution. Sometimes training cannot solve a problem, isn't it?
Yes.
Say, for example, sometimes we also advise our kids, or try to help them. Let's say you are an expert in mathematics, but you are not really able to teach. You know why? There is some other problem, isn't it? Even if you teach, that is not going to be a solution. Why? Because there is a basic lag in terms of the curiosity or the interest to learn, isn't it? So sometimes your training cannot be effective. See here, training is not always the appropriate solution for performance issues. Before investing in training, carefully analyze the root causes to determine if other interventions would be more effective. What they mean here is, if some other way of solution is understood to be more effective than the training, you must first implement that. Yes or no? Say, for example, there is a problem with respect to the current technology, and you try to fulfill that through a training program. Do you think you will be able to fulfill that? No. There is a lag in terms of the technology what we use and the technology your market demands. So clearly we understand the root cause is not training. Root cause is not just the skill gap. Root cause is technological gap, right? Your equipment related problems. Can you solve equipment related problems through a training program?
No.
Can a motivational training solve the motivation issues?
Maybe in the short term.
Yeah. During the training program, yes, they will stay motivated, but the right next day, the situation will be same because there is something else, compensation issue, isn't it? So there is a poor morale, right? They are not really interested in working as a team. And resource constraints. You have shortage of resources. Will you be able to fix shortage of resources through a training? So please understand, in all this scenario, the root cause is something else. If the root cause is something else, your training may not be a right idea. Okay? Your workflow, there is a problem. Your procedure, there is a problem. And these things cannot be solved by conducting a training program, right? Problems always requires fixing of the root causes, right? If everything is okay, then the training can certainly enhance the skill level of your team member, and then they will be able to deliver the result. Hope all of you understand the purpose of this slide, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Components of an effective training plan. A statement of policy, right? That articulates the strategic direction. People should be clear about the strategic direction. Where is our company heading? Right? At least the annual objective should be made clear. May emphasize specific priorities such as certification training, leadership development, technical skills, or interpersonal capabilities, right? So there should be some 2-line, 3-line indicator available, so that all the training can be aligned with such statement. Training budget is another criteria. Very, very important, right? Financial resources allocated. You can allocate it using the overhead method or using the recharging method. Training, because that means training cost is observed as general organizational expense. In certain cases, departments pay for the training from their individual budget, and then they can yeah use it year on year. So operational plan. This is another important understanding. Operational plan, your short-term plans, short-term goals, and short-term targets. So training to the extent possible should perfectly align with your operational plan, right? So whatever we spoke about the DMAC projects, now this is also a project an HR manager will be doing. HR manager will be conducting several training program. For him, organizing every training program is a project, and that project should actually be able to fill up a certain skill gap, and that skill gap is found understood from the job summary, job the description and the job specification, and those job specification are created based on your operational plan and then the ultimately the strategic plan, right? So key deliverable of a comprehensive training plan. And see here, what do we see here? And there are different skill set. Here you can write problem solving, team building or team work. And this is C can be, the third one, communication and something like that. All the skills are identified. And then the different levels, entry level, beginner level, and then, practitioner level, expert level. 5 levels are created, right? And so, which are all the skills required and at what level such skills are required? So, this understanding we have to have. In fact, we have to map it with the kind of our people as well. And that I have it in the next slide. I think you can see here. Yeah, you see here. So, the curriculum is created to fill up a particular skill. You see here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. These are nothing but the skills. And this skill A, let's say problem solving, this has to be offered to our target group of employees 1 and 6. You have to have a definition. Which group is 1, which group is 6. Probably people at some managerial level cadre, yes, they need this skill, and so they will be undergoing this course. And for the course, this is the curriculum. And to what level this training should happen? Entry level is enough, or beginner level, or practitioner level, or expert level, or master level. So that has to be indicated. Do you understand, all of you here? We have visualized a training plan. What are the components here? Curriculum is available, the course is available, and the specific skill is mentioned, and the target group is indicated. And then for the target group, the levels. See, there is no hard and fast rule, first of all. There is no hard and fast rule. This is again, yeah, your organization based, slight customization is okay. And now see here, your training plan should perfectly align with the strategy. The learning objectives should be SMART. You all know the meaning of SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bounded. And the content should have a structured outline, skills, knowledge areas to be covered, including its sequence, prerequisite, and progression logic, and delivery method, selected approaches for facilitating the learning, whether you classroom instruction will suit, or e-learning will suit, or some kind of on-the-job coaching will suit, or some simulation will suit, and likewise, for each and every topic wise, you can have this plan. And resource requirement, materials, facilities, technologies, instructors, expertise, and the support system, and all of these things will come here. And finally, evaluation strategy. Before and after the training program, the skill level must be assessed so that you can actually compare the improvements and the results. Okay. Hope all of you understand, right? What do we mean by training plan, right?
Yes, sir.
Then we proceed with adult learning theory, the foundation of effective learning. So Adults learn for different reasons than children. Correct? Some people, or maybe some of you here, are for building your network and relationship. Am I correct? You wanted to, connect with other Six Sigma practitioners. That could be a reason you have joined this program. And meeting the expectation from authority employers. Maybe your company might have expected you to do this MBB. That's why you are here, maybe. And you are here to advance your career opportunities and prospects. You are here to gain skills so that you can help others or contribute to the community. Do you understand? Right. So, as a trainer, you must know your audience. Why are they here? If somebody is here for the building professional network and relationship, you see to that you actually help them with that. That will be a great kind of support to the participants. Coming here, principle focused learning. Adults prefer learning that centers on key ideas, principles, experiences rather than a general topic. They want to understand the why behind the information and see the clear application to their life. So not just the learning the theories and philosophies, actually relating to their own life, their own professional life. Environmental sensitivity. Adults learn best in environments that are both physically and psychologically comfortable. That is the kind of environment we are offering right now, isn't it? Am I right? All of you, are you in a comfortable environment right now?
Yes, sir.
Indeed,
Yes,
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You are at your home and still you are able to learn. Very important. And say, for example, even the air conditioner facility in your training hall comes under this, isn't it? What kind of seating arrangements you provide them, all of these things, and application oriented. Research shows adults retain only 8% of the content when the training is conducted away from the job. You understand? If your training is, conducted as a remote element, not relating to your actual on the job, then there is, say, only 8% of the content your learner will observe. Similarly, some of your participants may be a visual learner. You know what is visual learner? If you keep on delivering lecture, maybe without showing any slides, some of them may not learn. Is that true?
Yes.
You might be
yes, sir.
explaining so beautifully, but then you forgot to share your screen. Like I did that in the beginning. One of you were pointing out, sir, you're not sharing the screen, right? That means something has to be shown. At the same time, auditory learners. Some of the participants, they learn through your explanations. You have to speak and then they hear and then learn. Tactile learners. Some of them, they learn through touching, sensation, and connecting informations to emotions and physical experience. Let's say I want you to open the mini tab and then do the DOE yourself. This is a kind of tactile learner. And learn best. Some participants, they learn best by moving, by engaging in activities, by playing some games, by participating in some exercises that involves some movement. Some you can see many of the training programs, they focus on exercises and activities. As a trainer, you must know these kind of learner always exist in certain proportion within your training room. So you have to plan for all their requirements. Okay. So look at the retention rate and tell me, if imagine you only deliver lecture, and look at the graph and tell me what percentage of the content your participants will be observing. You keep on delivering lecture.
10%.
10%.
10%. You have noticed our Vivek Kumar, whenever he conducts the session, he makes you to read, isn't it?
Yes,
He
sir.
makes you to read.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes,
The
sir.
definition you read, then only he explain. That means your retention rate, audience retention rate can increase from 10% to now 20%. If you deliver session, which is a combination of lecturing plus reading, what is the advantage? The retention rate increases to 20%. Now demonstration, like, some whatever you learn, immediately some demonstration is done. Let's say we are talking about the Pareto, and then, straight away we plot a Pareto for a particular, set of data. Now the retention rate will be
30%.
30%. You get additional bonus 10%. And if you also facilitate some discussion, participant, you can now share your experience with your, have you ever used Pareto? And have you ever felt Pareto, plotting a Pareto has solved a particular issue? Maybe your manager was very reluctant, to support your idea, but then once gathered some data and then plotted a Pareto, and then you projected the same thing and in an office meeting, and that was readily accepted, isn't it? Sometimes, people, demonstrate the thing, and then, okay. So if you facilitate discussion during your session, and that leads to a retention rate of close to 15%. Okay. And now, instead of you demonstrating and then orally discussing, if you facilitate your participant, actually do it themselves, isn't it? Actually do it themselves in your presence. Practice by doing. The retention rate will be 80%. The retention rate will be 80%. And based on whatever they have learned, if you also create an opportunity for them to use the learning immediately, maybe for one of their, real-time problem, and now that will take the retention very close to 100%. You understand, all of you?
Yes.
So you can use a mix of all of these methods. Okay? Because if you use any of this technique, separately, then it is difficult to, take the retention close to 100%. Probably you have to use mix of all of these things. Hope you could understand all the terms, isn't it? Great.
Yes.
Okay, so see here the retention rate. Okay, this one. Let me magnify this. So what do you see here? There is a strategic plan, and then there is a HR strategic plan. Do you see? If you are into HR, we spoke about strategic plan with the Hoshin planning and everything. Based on the company's strategic plan, see here, a HR strategic plan is created. And based on the HR strategic plan, a training plan is created. And then for the training need analysis. And finally, the training courses, course 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and things like that, right? So, yes. And ultimately, key insights from the retention reach. Lecture retention is only 5 to 10%. And reading retention, yes, it gives, another 10%, close to 20%. And then audio visual retention and practice by doing. And finally, you can make your participants teach others. So probably all of you, if you also could try delivering a session, we could actually give all of you an opportunity. Those of you interested, you can actually keep me informed. Maybe you can deliver a session, preferably in any of the upcoming weeks, next week or week after next week, and you can conduct a 1 hour session as an MBB, right? And that will certainly can help you understand your training capabilities. All of you, do you get this point? Those interested, yes, we would like to facilitate. And And in fact, there is an assignment component. In fact, this can also be a good assignment. Those interested, but I don't want to make it compulsory for all of you. Some of you might feel is very what do you call overburdening you. So those interested, you could deliver a session. You just message me, then I will create a schedule, and then you can deliver whatever topic of your interest at the yellow belt level or at the green belt level or at the black belt level, and tell me. And those of you who could do that, yes, and we should certainly know give you the full credit with respect to the assignment. Already one assignment all of you have submitted, and over and above, yes, this is another opportunity. And one mock exam also I'll be giving. So that also will be considered as your assignment, and then the marks will be arrived. So audio visual, okay, this we just talked about. And methods of training delivery. Yes. So lectures and presentation, and then discussion format. We facilitate conversation among the participants and the trainer, and that promote critical thinking and knowledge sharing. And the case studies you can actually discuss, and instructional games. You can make your participant, play some games, and then that finally comes out with some learning. And simulation and role playing, controlled practice environment that replicate workplace situation, self-directed learning, learner controlled exploration of materials at individual pace. That means, some recorded content is given to you, or LinkedIn article is given to you, you can learn on your own. Some workbooks, you have activities designed, pre-designed in a workbook format. Computer based techniques, interactive digital learning, you all know nowadays quiz and things like that. A lot of things are available. You can watch video for 5 minutes, take a quiz, another video, another quiz. And remote learning, synchronous visual instruction delivered to distributed participants, people in different areas they could attend. And this is learning activities completed independently, like the distance learning, we all know. Okay. So these are all the different methods of delivery, and of course, the in addition to that, the classroom training and all that are possible. Key to making your training more effective and the practical strategies. So accommodate the right learning style, and keep your training sessions simple, and manage redundancy. Right, like you can actually if they already know certain topic, you really don't have to re-explain the same thing, isn't it? Like, for example, there are many basics which you all already know, and there is no point of talking about the same thing again and again. So, see here for mixed level group, what you can do, you can consider appointing some of the knowledgeable participants as co-instructor. This can also be a good idea. Some of the knowledgeable participants can be co-instructor. You can divide them into skill-based groups, or allowing partial attendance. Like, you can give exemptions to some of the participants if their knowledge levels are, already found to be on par and meeting the requirement. You can give them, exemptions on certain portions. And accommodating lifestyle, design training to address different learning preference, seeing, hearing, feeling, doing, incorporate visual aids, discussions and emotional connections, and hands-on activities to engage all learners. Keep it simple. What do we mean here? Focus on essential concepts. Avoid overwhelming participants with excessive detail. Sometimes it happens, isn't it? We discuss a lot, or throw a lot of information, and which will make your sessions more and more complex. Rather, you can break the complex topics into manageable segments with the clear connections and practical applications. Okay, and okay, few yeah. So instructor develop 1 minute. Hmm. Development strategies like quality assurance practices, dry run rehearsals. This is nothing but, if you have the novice instructor practice delivery with the experienced trainer who can provide constructive feedback. Suppose if you have a new trainer, you can actually, attach him along with an experienced trainer so that, he will be available as a co-trainer for, certain period. This is known as a dry run rehearsal. And regular refresher course. Yes, the instructors can also go through some refresher course time to time so that they will stay updated. And random audit, implement periodic observation of training delivery with a structured feedback process. Right? This can be done. And mentoring programs, connect experienced and novice instructor in formal development. Okay. Uh, Development relationship, like, they can work together, and then this is again, a kind of job shadowing. And collaborative development, team teaching, pair experienced and novice instructor to facilitate knowledge transfer. Material development involvement, like you can involve the instructor in course material development, so that will actually, can boost their confidence. And feedback integration, systematically collect and analyze the participants feedback to drive the continuous improvement. And feedbacks are not, just fault finding tools, they are actually the improvement areas. And community of practice, create opportunities for instructor to share best practices and solve. Like nowadays, a lot of things we do, we stay together in Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, etc. All right. And checklist, and this is like language. Your material should demonstrate appropriate, uh, free from errors related to spelling, grammar, or terminology, and like that. And again, format, like, and whether the sometimes, the material in with the bullet points, or sometimes textbook kind of things, you need to find out the best one, including, graphs and visuals. And infrastructure, here we talk about all the resources needed. And the development, very important. Assess whether materials accommodate different learning style. So your material should actually support adoption of different learning style. And coming here, yes, the accuracy. Your content must be correct, current and technically accurate. There is no false or wrong informations, shared with the participants. Progression. Here we actually talk about the logical flow of the learnings. And then the content. Ensure materials are unambiguous and presented without any bias. And check that the concepts are clearly explained and the diverse perspectives are represented appropriately. Verify that the examples are inclusive and representative, right? And finally, outcome should confirm that materials align with the training plan objectives and are designed to develop their desired competency level. Okay, these are all, see, again, you can add some additional points if required. If you really, have certain additional guidelines as per some compliance requirement or as per your organization's requirements, you can actually, add those points in your checklist. Now, coming to the evaluation of the training. If you really wanted to understand how effective your training was, you have to evaluate by conducting some survey at different point of time. At different point of time. See here, certain trainings are conducted during the training itself. Can you see here? Certain, in fact, certain survey is conducted even before the training. And certain survey is conducted or evaluation is done during the training. And some evaluation is done after the training. And certain evaluation is done. These are all, during and right after the training, but this is sometime after the time training. And finally, after a longer period of time, another assessment is done. Say, for example, you wanted to understand the what you call whether your training has, results in some kind of what to say significant results in terms of, the career growth of your participants. Now tell me which kind of assessment we will be doing for 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Tell me. You have conducted, you have conducted some training program and you wanted to understand whether the training program has, resulted in some measurable growth in the career prospect of the participant. This will take a longer term, isn't it?
Number 5, sir.
Yeah, number 5. This will certainly take a longer time. Maybe, I don't know, 6 months, 1 year, sometimes, after 2 years. So you should be, stay in touch with your alumni and then, see how their life is changing because of, the training undergone. You should be able to assess that. And see here the immediate evaluation. This happens, 1 to 7. So the reaction is more of the one. This is during the training, how your participants are reacting. You can collect certain information during or immediately after the training. So this is 1 to 7 days. But when it comes to intermediate, you will see visible changes in the behavior of the participant, right? And when it comes to a longer term, 6 months, 1 year, and you will be able to measure the effect on, the certain measurable metrics, like some ROI calculation, financial outcome they achieved, or some people, might even get some results. All right. So this is about the, what do you call, Hamblin's training evaluation timeline. So this can be slightly customized so that you can also have a meaningful, realistic, and training evaluation plan. So that means, you conduct the survey at 5 different point of time. You could see that. There are certain survey you conduct before even conducting the training program. There are certain survey you conduct during the conduct of the training itself, and certain assessment you do right after the completion of the training program. All these things are known as immediate evaluation. And another thing is known as intermediate evaluation, which you conduct sometime after the event, maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But after a long term, you do a long term evaluation, right? And this can be customized. And this I have again, explained in detail, and it is there in your slides as well. And maybe one we can take up, say, for example, reaction. Yes. Timing is during the training event, and the focus is measure the participants' satisfaction, various aspect of the training experience. You can execute this using feedback forms, surveys, interviews, observation of their engagement, right? And key question: did your participant find the training relevant, engaging, and well delivered? Where whether the facilities and materials are adequate or not. So likewise, each and every level you could easily understand. Okay. Now coming to mentoring and coaching. Like I have already mentioned, and coaching is more of your Six Sigma projects related, specific skill related and specific project related, and mostly related to the execution part of it, right? But when it comes to mentoring, it's not only limited to your, the guidance for the Six Sigma project. The main focus will be on overall career development and organizational navigation. Within the organization, how can your mentee actually grow? You are actually preparing your mentee for next level of higher position within your current company. And time frame, and the coaching is often project based. However, mentoring is long term, that evolves over time. And coaching is more structured, whereas the mentoring is less structured. And the coaching, the expertise is technical expertise in Lean Six Sigma, whereas for mentoring, one need not be an expert in Lean Six Sigma. However, you must have a thorough knowledge about the organization and the career related progress and the experience. Okay. So mentor's role, organizational navigation, nothing but how can your mentee grow within your current organization? What are your organization's culture, policy, decision making practices? You are actually preparing your mentee so that he will be able to grow within your organization follow adhering to the guidelines and the policies. And career guidance. Experienced mentors provide insight into potential career path and advancement opportunities within the organization. And of course, the similar point. And wisdom transfer. Mentors share their tactical knowledge and gained through experience that is not captured in formal training material. That is, certain things cannot be shared through a formal training program. However, if you work closely with your mentor, you will be able to learn certain things. And transition support. As practitioners complete the certification programs, mentors help them find suitable roles that leverage their new skills, whether in dedicated improvement positions or integrated into opportunities and roles. Hope all of you could understand the mentoring responsibilities. It goes beyond your training and coaching, but actually this is more to focus on the career growth and guiding your mentee towards success in their professional career. That's it from me about the training, coaching, and mentoring responsibilities. All of you, if you could share your experience and your viewpoints with respect to the topic what we currently discussed, I think that can be a good knowledge sharing. A lot of senior people here, and before I could open this forum for all of you to share, I must mention this our MBB participant, Dr. Ratna Singarvel. All of you could see him on the screen. Myself and Dr. Ratna, we both did a training session to one of our client on FMEA just recently, last week. Yeah. And it was very well appreciated. And similarly, all of you could explore, similar opportunities. If some of you are seriously interested in taking up training as a career, let us know. We could certainly give some opportunities, and then you with your involvement you can take it forward, right? And that can start with your voluntary session, right? I suggested, right, one session. And if you could impress at the same time, effectively engage the participants and handle a particular topic, yes, that can be a opportunity for our participants as well to listen to experienced peoples like all of you. So all of you can share your experience, and maybe Ratna sir, you can start. And I have seen him, with lots of uh, experience handling, holding senior positions in various, I think, mostly in manufacturing. So I could see that caliber, in his session during the session delivery itself. Yes, sir. Ratna sir, you can share a few
Good evening to
points.
all of you.
Yeah,
Maybe
please, sir.
maybe this is the reintroductory session. I think we had one introduction at the beginning of this course, I think. So, though we have crossed many classes, I could find the somehow I could not interact with the co-participants of this training. Anyway, we have not developed that community. We can start developing further. So, to introduce my profile, I have 27 years of experience in automotive industries of various MNCs. So far, I handled the complete operations as a vice president of two automotive units of 600 crore size. So I handled every department. So close to my heart, three departments. One is design, another one is quality engineering, and another one is training and development. So this three area.
Share something related to training plan and training effectiveness related, sir.
Yeah. Whatever you now so far explained, that is if we follow that, then we can become a good trainer. My key points where I will consider during the plan is we need to have a subject knowledge. We should be a subject matter expert to conduct any
Tell me.
training program. It is one of the prima facie requirement. Then, as you say, we need to gauge the audience. Normally, any trainer, before starting the class, he will have a introduction with all the participants to gauge the audience. What are you explain various type of participants. So those participants we should gauge accordingly. Quickly, we need to design the training plan. So we can suppose if all are more likely to see visuals, then we may quickly use some visual tools to get more effectiveness of the training. If somebody have very deep knowledge, the participants, then we can go like a bullet points explaining. Otherwise, we need to go in deep and explaining with real-time examples. The last one is getting the feedback from the participants is important, because every training is not only the training for the participant, it is also the training for the faculty also. So he collects the input from the participants, then based on that input, he will design for his next training. So these are all my sayings to the.
Good, sir.
Thank
Other participants, what do you think? What do you want to share with respect to training responsibility mainly? And then if you could also speak about your coaching and mentoring responsibilities, yes, that'd be a good. Are you mentoring anybody within your company? Are there, yeah. Have you ever conducted any training session? Yes, Sakti, Monolu. All of you, why don't
Yes,
you
sir.
stay on camera? Now the session is already over, my session. Another 10 minutes is just, like discussion. Let us facilitate some discussion. Yes.
Yes, sir. I will start. As everyone knows, I am a director of one of a small software consulting firm. One of my primary responsibility is to train people. So in general, we couldn't afford senior people right away when we take up projects. So ultimately, we have to onboard freshers or with intermediate levels, and we have to train them on technology, train them on our culture and our delivery perspective. So how we treat customers, what kind of quality we maintain, how we respond to change from customer requirements. So all these things are very, very important for them. It is not just a programming language skill, which makes a complete delivery. A lot of other aspects involved in delivering a quality solution, which makes client really satisfied, fulfilled, and happy. So our primary goal is to whoever on the customer side, they have to be successful. So some manager is the spoke for our delivery, and he has to be successful, and he has to get some benefit while delivering this solution. So that is our ultimate goal. That kind of attitude and culture I used to set to our team. Initially, I was a coach. I understood that I educated them, I trained them on programming language, and gradually moved to mentoring now. And I was able to achieve with one of our FMCG clients. We onboarded around 7 new people with 0 to 1 year experience, and we introduced them to a client on a project last year, and we successfully delivered an automation project which valued of around 1 crore with just technology training and mentoring. So now the new generation is expecting more respect, more freedom to explore, and to believe them. That I learned. I actually 5 years before, I don't trust anyone with the delivery. I involve 100%, and right now my involvement is only 10% in delivery. I'm focusing on mentoring only.
Oh, nice to hear. Thank you,
Yes, that's
Sakti.
my experience, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Who else would like to share your experience?
Sir, I would like to go next.
Please, sir.
In my current role, I head the operations excellence of a health insurance company in the UAE. Uh, One of the departments that is under me is the PMO. So I have project managers who report into me from a project perspective. So whenever there is a project, there would be a selected project manager who would be leading the project, and I would be mentoring them. So mentoring is a regular part of my current job role, both for people who take up projects as well as from a continuous improvement perspective, which is where the mentees are essentially the function leads of the organization. I would say mentoring is a very, very challenging as well as a very, very satisfying kind of a role. Satisfying because you are trying to instill a concept, an idea, a philosophy into someone which you very passionately believe in, and to whatever extent you are able to do that successfully gives you, to use the Gen Z language, a high. Challenging because in any mentoring role, you are trying to mold somebody's thinking pattern, and that research has proven that to change somebody's thinking, to change somebody's nature is the toughest job that is there in the world. So it's not an easy thing. Uh, if somebody, just to take a very simple example, if somebody, uh, not because of religious reasons, but because of any other reason, if somebody has a palate to eat only vegetarian food, and if you want to change his or her thinking uh, to take up non-vegetarian, again, the disclaimer, not because of any religious reason, but if any other reason, just try doing that, and you would understand how difficult it is to change somebody's thinking. So uh, there are many tools available for doing all of this job, but then at the end of the day, it has to be your own conviction and belief in what you are trying to mentor, which would impact the overall mentorship, engagement with you and your mentee. Uh, I have been taking up, outside of my job role, I have been taking up project management, program management, and portfolio management trainings for outside training providers. Uh, I would like to just quickly conclude my overall experience by saying two things. One, whenever there is a commercial involved in terms of people paying up to get themselves trained, like this particular session, there is an intrinsic interest in the trainees. They would like to hear and get more from you, so that makes the training session a little easier. If the training session does not involve any commercial considerations, which means that you are training maybe a group of senior leaders in your organization, or a group of new joinees in your organization, that's where it becomes challenging, because there is no push from the trainees end to pay attention to whatever you are trying to instill in them. So then the onus is completely on the trainer to engage the session, to engage the participants, and that's where your metal as a trainer comes out. And my last thought to all my co-colleagues over here who are going to be Six Sigma Master Black Belts post the exam and the presentation, the best way to keep honing your skills is to keep training, because at the end of the day, and I completely agree with Dr. Ratna a little while back, that at the end of the day, whether somebody is trying to listen to you or not, the one person that you can be sure you are training the skills is yourself, because you are getting more and more clearer on the concept. So please do take up these opportunities, and I'm very thankful to Dr. GSK for giving us this opportunity. I'll reach out to you separately, sir. Would be
Mm.
more than happy to take this opportunity.
Super, super, super. Excellent, sir. Thanks for sharing your insights. One more person who would like to share before we go for the break.
Yeah, this is myself, Sandil Kumar, sir. Good
Yes, sir,
evening to all.
please.
And
Good evening.
myself, Sandil Kumar, and basically MSc Chemistry. And when I joined the Six Sigma, I don't know statistics and all. And first, I would like to thank Dr. GSK sir for that. He gave lot of inputs, and based on input only, I joined this course. And also, we also started a project. And actually, though I have an MSc chemical background, and I have learned many courses like ISO standards. I have completed lead audit course for ISO 9001, 14001, and 45001. Actually, I am freelancer also. And when I get time, and today also I have taken class for a ESG practitioner classes. So it is, the training part is very tough, as well as it is my passion to for training, to take training and teach others. It is my passion. Well, this today also I have completed. No, I'm very happy to share my knowledge, and I would like to also take class for the training class, as Dr. GSK sir told, and I'm planning take some training for next.
Certainly, certainly, we will explore. We'll explore. Whoever finds the opportunity suitable, we can in fact have continuous engagement.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We
Thank you
are,
so
we are
much,
also
sir.
trying to
Thank you.
introduce some new courses and all that we'll do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you to all.
Thank
No,
you.
I wish you all the best for your future endeavors, all our colleagues. Thank you so much for
Okay.
this opportunity.
So, okay. So another 4 minutes that I will take. So all of you, tomorrow you have to present your DMAC project in a complete single presentation, define till control. Somehow try to finish it in less than 15 minutes. I know it's a challenging job, but trying yourself to finish it in less than 15 minutes, and whomsoever successful, your no, that will be taken as your final assessment tomorrow. And then your 50 marks out of the MBB 200 marks is finalized. Already you all have submitted one assignment, and now this as I mentioned, one mock exam I will share, right? Already you all have gave one exam, right? Enterprise wide planning. Hope all of you have received the link. And one more covering all the chapters. That also will be considered. So you can you have one complete week, and that will also indirectly prepare you for the final exam, right? So because next week there will be a MCQ type exam. So project will be over, and your assignment part will also be taken care. And finally, the next week you will also have the written exam. And any of you, for some any reason, time constraint or any emergency, those left out will be given another slot. And but within this weekend or next weekend, you must finish your presentation, and then the names will be recommended for certification, right? And any delays beyond this limit might push you to the next batch. So any challenges, please do consult us, and then set it right. All that we need is a 15 minutes explanation about your project, and all confidential matters. Please hide it before presentation. You don't have to present all the confidential details. We only want to know your proficiency in presenting the work you have done. That's it. That will also demonstrate your training capabilities as well. Okay, so that's it from my side. Wish you all the very best, very very best, and I'm very confident. In fact, I'm double confident that all of you will get through, right? Unless and otherwise you have any personal reasons, all of you are going to get through. And by maybe 15-20 days from now, all of you will be a certified Six Sigma Master Black Belts. Right? Wish you all the very best, and see you the next session. Okay, we'll go for a break now, and 8:45, please join for the next session.